Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Renowned Explorers More to Explore. I think that we are probably in a much better position to survive this mission than we were in to survive the last one. So I'm feeling, fairly sanguine here. I don't think that we are on track for much of a high score yet, but we're getting there. Alright, now this island has a treasure on it that increases the renown you get from a resource. But in order to get that treasure, you have to not fight the boss with, or you have to not be able to hit the boss with physical attacks. I don't know that this party is really capable of fighting him without physical attacks, honestly. Our speech power values are, like, starting island level. So, I don't know. We'll think about it as we move on here. We should probably open with a physical attack so that the stun here does the maximum possible damage. Alright, and then we will line stun these two. I've arbitrarily decided. Alright. She really can't win. We definitely need more offense. We should make quite a lot of money here. So hopefully that will solve our problem. We'll have enough offense for Island 5, because at this rate, we would just get chewed up by... Well, actually, I was going to say we'd just get chewed up by demons in Shangri-La, but do we want to go to Shangri-La with this crew? I'm actually not sure. It might be that it is a better idea to go to the Lost Island, actually. So I'm really unsure of what to do here. It looks like we're just going to have to go really hard on one of these guys. Let's nuke this guy's armor. And can we shoot a line that... Nope. Man, I'm having a really hard time getting meaningful kills here. Harry has more attack power than everybody else. And he does have that bonus damage against enraged people. Actually, that's something I was not taking into account there. I need to be employing my increased range damage. Or my increased basic attack damage. And that means that I need to be making sure to apply the enrage. It's nice, though, to have a combat that goes like a bunch of turns, and at no point during the combat are we in horrible danger. Everybody's still like above half health and everything. I have to say, I do feel like I am unusually not biased toward a particular combat outcome. As far as I know, none of the options in that none of the options in that thing actually do anything. So it didn't actually matter what I clicked there. Well, if I go this way, it costs me fewer supplies to get to this node. But if I go this way, I can get some gold. We're gonna go this way. The number of tokens you get from the nodes that just give tokens is pretty small. It's a pretty small number. Alright, so we could steal some of their supplies, but couldn't we just punch them in their stupid face? We could. We could paint their face. So this gives campaign, this gives collect, I'm assuming. This is going to be a thing that Harry is going to be pretty good at. What's the outcome of this? A treasure hunt token. Given that we're still at 12 supplies, I think we're going to go for this one. And paint their faces does what exactly? Yeah, it just gives us some more campaign. We're definitely going for this one. Alright, so how are we on XP? Harry is just about to hit max level. Nobody else is particularly close. Harry's been thinking about how he abused Earl's kindness by using his orphan background to his advantage. He weighs the pros and cons of getting his way like this and comes to a conclusion. Yep, don't feel bad about that at all. Too good to pass up. One sad look and a murmur of "I miss having parents" is enough to make Earl give Harry food, set up his tent, or carry him when he's tired of walking. Alright. 10 spirit, 5 speech. Uh-oh. Wow. That straight up cost me a resolve. That story could kill you. But we did get naturalist classical physics for some reason. That's very strange. And also 10 armor and 10 speech defense on Earl. That's... I don't know. Obviously we want to hit this node, but I'm going to jump over to here since it's free to go here. And then we'll probably just head straight back, although I may want to hit up one of these nearby nodes before heading back. So an encounter token is way better than a... what do you call it? Campaign token. There's not going to be any way for me to stun all 3 of those monkeys. The stun may be waiting a turn on this one. So let's have everybody move over toward these guys. We'll open with an Enrage. And then with him so damaged, I'm sure... Yeah. The question is, do I even want to do that? Let's do this. Okay, wasn't expecting the one shot, but obviously I'll take it. Alright, we're going to try to end this Devious. We're pretty good at Devious. That said, we may actually end up ending it aggressive accidentally because I do want to use Harry's Cone here. I just can't resist being incredibly efficient with my actions. I want to hit 3 enemies with a big cone attack. I wish we had a good Devious AoE. This unfortunately doesn't really do that much damage. Okay, we're gonna try approaching this a little bit differently. Because I do want to end it aggressive, or I do want to end it Devious. So let's bring this guy down with Deviousness. I think we have enough damage between the 2 of them to finish him off. Yeah, and then between the 3 of us, we can definitely take down those other monkeys before the stun ends. So you can... He definitely kills this monkey. The other monkey has slightly more health left, and it's possible that I could have rolled minimum damage and not gotten the finish. This way, I'm sure to succeed. Alright, so we have to get a lot of gold here, but we also have to be thinking about... I'm very conflicted about the clear crystal, basically. I just don't know if it's going to be worthwhile. Oh, you know what? We have to hit this node. Because it could be the, I think we want the extra attack on Harry's normal attack. It's just going to be a little bit less useful on this expedition than it will be on the next one. Yeah, we have to hit this node because it could be the blue crystal for the thing. I'm so tired of these 2-point traversals. Especially when the thing you get at the other end is just nothing. Harry'll get it. So you're seeing the benefits of stacking are a little bit lessened on this run, just because, I mean, there's two things going on. Number one, I did not get a lot of good entourage members. I think we want to go for this. I wanted to get Haddis's cruise story because it gives you a bonus for spending insight. Obviously, we want to make good use of our insight, but I think we're just going to have to do this. And then we're going to hold Dangerous Engineer and Tech Experiment. I'm not sure what I want to play. I'm on 25 collect tokens. Yeah, I'll get to 50 collect tokens. That won't be a problem. So I don't need to use Tech Experiment for that. I'll probably just use Dangerous Engineer during the next expedition. Play Lucky Gold now. Alright. So 25% extra gold from tokens is also 25% extra renown. A red mask. Who will put on the sweet red mask? I think it's Haddis right now who has the lowest attack. Alright. Plus 7 attack, not too bad. So we're kind of taking a bit of a roundabout path, but we are headed back to this node to head back toward the treasure. All right. He has Athlete. Earl has Survivalist. Earl also has 55 armor and 46 attack. Yeah, Harry's going to be the one to... It should always be the person you're rainbowing on. But I feel nervous because it's been such a bad run for the rainbow. I think we're going to armor this because I don't want him losing 15 armor. Or we're going to tool this because I don't want him losing 15 armor. And also, I do really want to get the treasure, obviously. Oh man, did he... Okay, we're good. I was going to say, did he whiff even with the tool? Must he? And also, I intend to collect the supplies, so there's a little penalty to success. Okay, 71% is where we ended up. If we fail this, it will be very bad. I feel totally justified using the tool. The reason I tooled the early check and not the late check is passing the early check adds 30% to your final roll, while the tool would only have landed 25. Alright, so plus 1 discovery for each level of Survivalist is only 2 discovery tokens, and I think 8 collect tokens is actually way better than that. Not to mention the fact that, of course, we want to make absolutely certain we're getting to 50. Alright, so let's head back here. Okay, we found the blue crystal. And the green crystal. This could be the yellow crystal right here, honestly. It's not. It is a small amount of other stuff. So, I'm trying to think here. I know we didn't end up taking the free path back. It'll be way more efficient for us to just move over this way. We still have 6 supplies left. I think the thing that makes the most sense for us to do is come up here. And we'll just sort of zigzag across the island. Alright, no particular reason to resolve this battle in any complicated way. Terribly unnerving. Alright, so Harry should be able to just one-shot her, right? Does it make more sense to do something else? No, I don't think so. He finally figured out that you can pull the trigger on the gun more than once. It's valuable information. And you are weak to sadness, actually. It's going to make more sense for me to... It's going to make more sense for me to sadden this guy in 2 different ways. Obviously, that's better damage, but also him being sad is going to help us not get blown up accidentally. Or he's just going to miss and it's going to be irrelevant. Either way, either one of those things could be what happens, you know? Man, we are so bad at dealing damage. Considering, you know? So I'm thinking I'd like for Harry to use his cone attack here. And then this leaves... I'm not too worried about going to escalated. because they're going to respond by attacking. They're going to also move to escalated. Alright, the three of us can bring down this guy. And now the only person who's really exposed is Harry anyway. So even if this guy did just go for a speech attack, we still have, well, I guess only 18 defense. But like I said, they respond to you going aggressive by also going aggressive, which is not actually a good move for them. But you know, if you're a deep thinker, if you're a person of great intellect who likes to really consider, I suspect you don't end up being a voodoo pirate. This strikes me as a career for the impulsive. Alright. A single collect token for all that. So I think we go here. Let's try and take the most efficient routes around everywhere. And then I think we're actually just going to walk back along that path. Okay, so we're not actually good at studying this ritual. If we interfere, we still get a treasure, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's just interfere. We could use the XP. I would love to see Earl and Hattis get to max level. We could use every little bit of help we can get. The thing with this crew is I don't actually think that we're very well suited to either of the ending expeditions. Which obviously is a pretty bad place to be. So how do we most efficiently murder all these guys? We have Hattis run up over here and use Saturn. We could gang up on this guy and finish him off. I'm sure that would work. I think we just have Harry deal with her. And then I will enrage this guy. Alright, so Hattis should be able to finish that guy off with an attack on the next turn, and we can move down and drop a pretty good cone attack on these guys, I would imagine. Oh no, they're splitting up! Don't do that. Move together in a big, stupid clump. Yeah, the range on this is not sufficient to hit. Oh, that guy is totally in it. We're definitely clipping his, like, his shin. But if I stand down here... Nope, still not quite. These guys are laid out in such a way that it's very difficult not to stand next to one of them. Can I... Is it wide enough to... No, it still doesn't reach him. I thought for sure this would be closer. Okay, well... Hattis is not feeling so well. Earl might be able to get 3 stuns? Nope. I still think we have Earl run forward and stun. I think we just do this. Drop one guy, get some good damage on some others. We have Earl throw out his stun. And then we have Hattis bottleneck. I think this will keep her at bay a little bit. This will keep her back. It will be less effective if it kills this guy, but it will kill this guy, so, you know, I don't feel bad about it. And I'm not at this point controlling the mood at all. I'm just kind of letting whatever happen. Whatever happens, happen. Oh, you should have left him terrified. You're going to be unhappy about the results of that choice. So Harry can kill her. I have to say, I do think that the designers made a good move by changing the way that a lot of the specialists work with regard to perk stacking, making things a little bit less broken. But I also am kind of bummed out that they fixed it right as I was starting to get on board, and so I'll never have quite the opportunity that a lot of people had for a lot of time to get those really ridiculous, 20,000 point adventures. I would like to try to replicate one of those, like really, really do what somebody else did to a pretty close T, and see exactly how high I can push it. So that might be the next run. I might take a look around online, find a good strategy, and just ape it completely. Yeah, let's free the bound smuggler, of course. Alright. And we get a voodoo doll. And we take 4, collect 4, study. Yeah, that's a lot of gold. Okay, well, we're definitely clear on our collect tokens. Not that I thought there was any chance we wouldn't make it. Okay, so this could be the other crystal. It's not. This could be the other crystal. It is. So, if we go for Destroy the Crystal, this final battle is going to be much more difficult, but I still want to do it. Or I still want to take the crystal. The benefits of taking the crystal are large. Yeah. Okay, and Harry loses grit. Do we want to screw around here? We hit our collect token value. Like, this is a way worse payout than we got from the last couple of adventures. We're not milking the system as well. I think this final boss battle is actually going to be quite hard, since we took the crystal. And I don't see a lot of gold sitting around. Not a lot of extra treasure. Maybe we should just go. We did okay on treasures. Alright, let's find a violent distraction, shall we? What about a peaceful distraction? Is Harry good enough at that? This would get us a discovery token. It doesn't get us to anywhere in particular. Let's just do this. This'll work. It'll get 2 points for Earl. Alright. So, Earl and Hettis both have less XP than I would like. I'm definitely concerned about their levels. Alright, let's lead off with the stun. Put us in the right mood. And let's... He's only weak to confident, which we do have. It's not really a lot of damage. We also have to consider that, these guys do have to die still. Let's try being friendly for a minute. I know that sounds really weird. But you have to remember, Harry's Impress is actually guaranteed to hit. He has a real friendly attack. We've been avoiding friendliness basically the entire adventure. But it's not that we're all incapable. Ooh, that hurt. And guys are spawning not on the wall, in the middle of the arena. Alright, we're going to do this, followed by experimentation, which I think should award us a kill. Although also it will ruin everything. In regards to our defenses. If you run around here... Alright. I think... it's not even close to dying. It's really kind of shocking how little damage we do. The Terrify, obviously, is not helpful. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go friendly. Pretty good chance of still landing the kill there, and it puts us into a slightly tankier mode here. Which apparently we need, because we're not glass cannony enough. We're mostly just glass. We're not getting those big 150-point hits that we were seeing from the other captains, or not the other captains, but the other crews. Yeah, in fact, Harry's just gonna die here. That's completely crazy. So if we attack at all, we end up friendly. Or we end up aggressive, rather. Which would be bad. But I mean, I don't know that we actually have a choice. Like, we have to not have so many enemies around. We don't have enough damage through any of our stats to take one of these guys down in one. Hadis will get the closest. No, actually, even though she's hitting him with his weak, the thing he's weak to, I still think she's not doing as much damage as Harry is. Yeah, Harry's damage is predicted higher. Alright, well, let's do that. We'll just have Hadis drop the blow dart lady back here. I may have made this battle too difficult. I would like to be at least blowing up the boss. Okay, this is nice. This will give me a chance to get a nice piercing shot off to finish off these two pirates. No, leave her alone. Alright, well, I almost think we should just leave her. Alright, that is okay. It's not awesome damage. Try to spread out a little bit so as not to be too vulnerable to his AoE. We have to start dealing damage to this boss. Of course, opponent reinforcements arrive, and of course I wasn't actually far away enough to avoid the AoE. And the boss is standing in a place that is preventing us from reaching Hadis, which is actually making this way harder. So we need to, like, move a little bit so that it's hard for the boss to... The boss has to move to do a melee attack now, although he could still just move to here and be bottlenecking us. Honestly, if he wants to just stay there, then that puts us in tremendous danger. And unfortunately, we have no options. Like, actually no options. So the boss is going to move and kill Earl and probably continue blocking access to Hadis. That's my guess. Oh, he moved enough that we could... Oh, and he attacked the wrong target, too. Okay, that's very lucky. So... with Earl being so injured, the safest thing to do here is probably to have him leave the fight. At least temporarily. We block you off. I mean, this is the hardest we can hit, right? We hit him with the thing he's weak to while he's impressed. This guy can't move to here. Trying to keep Harry up. Alright, the boss has a lot of health, but we actually we're hitting for okay damage. It's not incredible. Him failing to bring down Harry, I think, means that we've got him. Right, because if we do another impress, it'll take him down to like almost nothing. Or it might actually finish him off. That was a lot of damage. Okay, 58. And then Hadis can just do anything, right? We did not do this in such a way that we get to end aggressive, unfortunately. Here's a point of aggressiveness. Yeah, we're gonna end up devious. But we gotta end the fight, or else we're gonna start losing resolve again. Alright. I got gripped by despair a little bit there in the middle. But things turned out okay-ish. We actually lost a ton of resolve. We lost 3 resolve on that island. One of them to a crew story, which I did not know was a thing that could happen. So we can get some study tokens. We can get 2 treasure hunts, which is probably right. Yeah. We have enough study, especially after you consider the spending of our insight, to max out the research tree that we're currently working on, and that's all that really matters. Any research beyond that is not actually of value. I mean, it'll be a little bit of value. We'll be able to, like, take the opener to the, I can never remember the names of the trees. The top right tree that's focused on the attitudes. And by doing that, we can get a tool. That'll be useful. We actually didn't even really make that much gold, but we'll make a lot of gold on the spending. So 33.98 is okay. It's alright. Look at all the wealth I amass. Onwards. So this is actually interesting. We have kind of a lot of status. I wish I could have a look at... I know I still have lots of things I can buy. We should probably take Beijing for the treasure hunt tokens, but spending it in Beijing is treasure hunt, collect, collect. Which feels like it's gotta be right. Right? Yeah. Okay. I know that we technically... We actually get more tokens by spending it, like, in Timbuktu, where we could have something like this, but the non-collect tokens just aren't that good. They're not good for us. So we're going to focus on spending our insight here in Bombay. But first, we have science. So we buy that. It does nothing, but whatever. We buy this, which... The study tokens are not actually valuable to us, but there's a lot of nature challenges in both places. I think we are going to go to Shangri-La, probably. We don't have any of the science skills that make the Lost Island valuable. And in Shangri-La, there's a number of nature challenges. There's a lot of cultural challenges, too. A lot of diplomacy with monks and stuff. There's wits challenges. I know there's quite a bit of quick thinker stuff. Let's go for nature. And then, obviously, our gold will acquire us better deals. So we're up to 19% of gold from renown. Or 19% of gold as renown. And we don't have enough... Oh, it's the second thing in anthropology that gives you the tool. So we probably will not end up with enough research to write another paper. That's not the end of the world. Alright, so... I think what we want to do is buy helpers right now. The specialists are, first of all, not... The specialists that we have left are not that valuable. And also, we'll have enough... we'll have enough status to keep hiring people. Because we're going to get a ton of status from spending our insights. So let's buy helpers instead. Let's buy merchants. Every merchant we can buy is a little bit more gold. The other types of helpers are not nearly as important because they don't affect our insight spend at all. So let's pick up as many of these guys as we can afford to. Actually, that's all of them. That's all the traders we can hire. All the merchants, rather. Okay, so now let's spend our insight. I'm pretty sure that there's nothing else I can do to increase the quality of the insight spend. I do wish we had gotten Haddis's crew story, but we didn't get there. What are you going to do? Actually, we are getting 10 study, or 10 research, 10-ish research per spend here, so we are going to get to do one more research paper. I don't know what. None of the remaining ones are very good for us, I think. Yeah, the history opener doesn't do anything. This is a little bit of extra renown from encounter tokens. We have very little bit. Yeah, neither of these are any good. None of these are any good. I guess we'll get a lot of encounter tokens. This is like +1 renown per encounter token. A little bit less. Yeah. Alright, I think that's the best thing we could do with it. Back to spending. So yeah, we're going to be going into the final expedition with a lot less renown than we did on the last several. And the thing is, I think we got the bonus insight on every expedition that it was feasible to get it on, right? We just didn't get it on the first. There must be a way to take better advantage of this. Because the way that I just found, the way that I did here, not that great. Okay, well, first of all, number 1. Better defenses. It's really important that you occasionally survive. I think we're going to get her boots. I know I didn't get boots for Harry because I wanted his actual stats to be as high as possible for passing checks. I think Earl's defenses are fine. We don't need to upgrade his armor. So 5261 buys us some real nice gloves, that's for sure. Alright, I think we're going to go for red gloves on everybody. Alright, this right here, this is the wages of a gold-focused run. You get to have actual equipment. Now, what do we want to do with the rest of our money? We need to buy a couple more things. +10 attack when the mood is hostile. That's actually fairly compelling. And I don't think we do need him to be a beguiler anymore, like, at all. Beguiler doesn't come up as much, or, like, very much. So let's give him this and make him an athlete. He is an athlete already. Actually, he has that athlete perk. He has smashing. Shoot, never mind. Let's give it to somebody else, though, because I still think it's pretty good. We got free binoculars. That was cool. We could get naturalist. We could get survivalist. Spotting. Is that one of the ones he has? It is not. He doesn't have our survivalist points. You have. Actually, you know, before we consider what perks to buy, let's make sure that we have hired our specialists. This guy's not going to be awesome. Like, 1 encounter token for each thing. Well, I guess encounter tokens give a fair amount of gold, and they'll give more gold when we hire traders. So this actually is probably worth getting. What else do we have access to? Rogue Merciless. Yeah, what the heck, why not? Plus, it's a source of extra collect tokens. Now see this, I almost never buy these guys, right? I always try to go for someone that gives perks. But is it better to pick up this guy in this situation, where the collect tokens are worth so much more renown than our other token types? I think it actually may be. Alright, and then we have one person left to buy here. Extra study token for resolving aggressive for 100. Study tokens are like a renown. They're a little bit less than 1 renown. It might be better just to spend that status on this stuff. Let's buy traders. We want traders for sure. Our campaign tokens are okay. I'm trying to think, with the rising price of traders, is it correct to just buy traders until I run out of influence? Or out of status? I think so. I think that was right. And then we just buy whoever we can still afford. You. Okay. So that was not... we didn't pick up a ton of extra perks there. Doesn't change our purchasing decisions too much, probably. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have a trowel and broom. We did not manage to get Harry to level 5 Tactician, which sucks. We have the money necessary to buy the... he has Weapons Expert, doesn't he? Yeah. We have the money necessary to buy the Sheriff's Badge, but... I don't know. I can never remember what's here. Diplomat Politics. We do... There's quite a number of uses for Diplomacy. I think I would rather him have Diplomat than Beguiler. And nobody else on the crew has Diplomat, right? Oh, she has this thing. Huh. Tyrannizing is the kind of mood that we're likely to have. And she's the most vulnerable one when that is the mood, because her speech defense is kind of low, although Harry's is actually lower. But her spirit is only 47. Some of that has to do with her being the wrong level, and it'll go up when she levels. Tactician Military History. He doesn't have that. Yeah, let's buy him this. And plus this has some other benefits. That just makes her the talker, I guess. Okay, so we have one slot unfilled here. What do we want to do with Earl's last trinket slot? We can make him a level 5 engineer. Yeah, there's engineering checks. Okay, we have 826 gold left over, and I don't think there's anything to do with it. Oh, that's not true. We can upgrade Earl's armor. Given that we have all this money left over, there's no good reason not to. We have exactly enough to do it, so let's do it. Okay. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Come back next time. We're going to Shangri-La. This is a little bit less exciting of a turnout than I was hoping for, but, you know, we're still trucking. This is still going to be better than any of my scores from before I was perk stacking. You know, as long as we survive. Will we? I don't know. Maybe. Come back and find out.